Hi Sagittarius, this is Tara and welcome to your November 15th through December 15th Psychic Tarot Forecast. Thank you for joining me. I'm pulling two cards for the last 2 weeks of November, 2 cards for the first 2 weeks of December, and a transition card. Well, this card wanted to come out, so we'll let them do that. Also, thank you all for subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting. I appreciate all that. Subscribe if you haven't. And again, I love your comments. The cards have been very decisive, this particular series. I've said that almost every video, but it's just like, no, come, you know, usually I have to sort of just continue to shuffle till I feel it. But it's been quick this time. So let's see. And this video is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If these messages do not resonate with you, watch your Moon and Rising signs, okay? Wow. Sagittarius. All right. Well, we have 2 major arcana cards to start off the last 2 weeks of November. You guys are going to have to write in the comments below. Well, one is, you know, it's called the Death card. I call it transformation because it usually is transformation 99% of the time that you are transforming. It's interesting, it rides into the Tower. The Tower card is about, you know, things falling apart in your life that don't need to be any longer. You know, it can be a structural thing. It can be an actual building, but it usually represents our ways of life, who we're with, our personal goals in life, our spiritual goals. And usually this is a quick and sudden change. You know, it'd be interesting to see if the cards were like this. This would totally make sense. Okay, the Tower, transformation. And, you know, maybe it's not a chronological thing, but maybe the horse is going through the transformation through the Tower of change. So, you know, you all, a lot going on for you, right, Sagittarius? Let's look at the first 2 weeks of December. This card's come up once or twice. The Queen of Wands. Okay. So I feel like you get grounded around this, around the first 2 weeks of December, because this is the Queen of Wands, and this would represent a fire sign. So I feel like this is you, Sagittarius. You're the essence of, okay, I'm passionate about my life. I'm passionate about my work. I'm creative. I'm sociable. I love my intuitive cat. And then we have the 7 of Cups, which is not grounding. It's not a grounding card. You all have some interesting aspects. Some of you, and again, if these messages don't make sense, I feel like this is, of course, now for every Sagittarius, you guys are born on different days, different hours, different minutes. You know, if you watch 3 or 4 tarot readers on YouTube, we're going to have different messages for the most part. I've had people say, oh yeah, you're just like the other 2 that I read. So that's kind of cool. But sometimes the messages are meant for, you know, a few people or a handful of people or a group of people, not for everyone. And maybe this is an underlying issue that's going on. So this is a very ungrounded card. This is having all these opportunities in front of you. The Cups are about what you love. So it could be about a person. It could be about opportunities for a job. And the point of this is to stay grounded. So maybe that's why she's coming up, is we have some things going on. You're going to have some choices, which can be very, very positive. Just remember to, again, I keep saying this, have your feet on the ground. Be practical about it. Be grounded, because these can be a little bit of an illusion. Say you're given the opportunity to move to New York, let's just say. And the offer is, wow, you know, you're going to be offered this so much money. And yet there's some aspects you're not sure of. Maybe the cost of living, and I love New York, believe me. Or, you know, any city, let's just say any city. There's some other things that you really need to look into before you make that final decision. And it could be that you're forced to move. You're forced to make these decisions. It looks like it. For some of you, that you're forced to, and I'm not saying that all of you are going to be forced to move. You're forced into a different element that is surprising to you. Somewhat catches you off guard. I mean, you have these two major arcana cards together, and one's death, one's tower. Huge, for some of you, huge life changes. Huge. Let's see what the transition card is from one month to the other. Ah, yes, this one was the first one that fell out, and this is the Page of Wands. I like the Page of Wands. So the pages are the younger people, or can represent the youthful feeling of creativity, of the birth of an idea. So, you know, maybe as all this happens, okay, now what can we do? Now what can I explore? And then you start getting your groove on here. Then you have opportunities to manifest. I feel the need to pull a clarification card. These videos I'm doing today, the last three today have been longer. So sorry if you know, you like the shorter videos. But okay. Well, interesting enough, yes. So opportunities. Juggling opportunities around your money, around job opportunities, your money, your finances. So this is really pretty much in alignment with this card here. Saying you may have opportunities come up. I feel like you're going to be saying, this one looks good here. This one looks better though over here. So how am I going to grow and learn and prosper? And I see your emotions are in this whole thing. So you're using some of your intuition to really get some information. You have one foot on the ground, one foot's in the air. All right. So this is about your money, your opportunities. Interesting. Wow, what's going on with you guys? Are some of you guys losing a job? Are some of you moving? I mean, really, just put in the comments below, okay? All right. So I'm going to look into this crystal and see what chakra color is good. This crystal shows some nice colors. Let's see. For Sagittarius, from mid-November through mid-December. Interesting. White comes up. So it feels like, and then some purple. Okay, here we go. Purple. The last sign, Scorpio, it was the first chakra of staying grounded. And it is for you too. It's also about opening up to your spiritual wisdom, to your, whoever your source is, spiritual, religious. I think you're going to have that as a, you're going to look and say, now, why is this going on in my life? Now, what is this? What's the meaning? Why, you know, what can I learn from this? Because these are two major life forces coming and saying, we want you to grow, to change, to learn. All right, and now I'm going to look into my other crystal. This honker for, I call it a big honker. For any messages. Let's see, this is for Sagittarius. Mid-November through mid-December. See if we get anything here. I feel like it's so quiet. You know, I'm getting the feeling, just by looking at it, of the feeling of you guys just needing peace and quiet. Peace and mindfulness. Peace and introspection. So, you know, I hope you do that. I hope you find time to take a few minutes or an hour or a day to do that. Interesting aspect, Sagittarius. You have 2 wand cards. This is about you, and then you have 2 major arcanas that are like major stuff. Major. All right? So I wish you well. I wish you the best. If you'd like your own personal private reading, reach out to me. In the See More section below, there's a link to my order page. And you all can order a 30-minute, a 45-minute, or an hour reading by phone or by Skype, whichever you choose. I also have video readings. So you can order a 15-minute video or a 30-minute video. You can ask, you know, around 2 questions for the 15. If you have more than 2 questions, then it would definitely be more into the 30-minute bracket. I so wish you the best. I so wish you peace and understanding and happiness and joy and fulfillment, and you are such a wonderful sign. I love Sagittarius. So take care. Be well. See you soon.